Hi guys, welcome to Sassy Goes Keto. I hope you guys are having a wonderful cooking up a storm day, because I know I am. I hope you guys are doing well. It is a blistery 32 degrees outside. It is cold. So we are going to make, one of the recipes I have today is going to be a breakfast spaghetti. Something different. I haven't seen it. And I got a couple more recipes that I've been working on myself for the past week. Haven't seen it anywhere online, so I'm kind of excited on that, to get that to you, and that'll be in the next upcoming videos that I post. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be making a breakfast spaghetti for you, and what you're going to need is you're going to need 10 eggs. Let me pull this down for you guys, get this all fixed up and ready to go. Let's see if we can get all this in here. Okay, what you're going to need is you're going to need 10 eggs, 4 ounces of cream cheese. You're going to need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of pepper, just depends on how you like your gravy. And you need 1/2 to a teaspoon of xanthan gum. I'm using half of a teaspoon here. And then 2 tablespoons of water, and then 1 pound of your sausage. So we're going to get to making this for you guys. And first we got to make our spaghetti, which we are going to get our noodles together. So let me get this all scrambled up here. And then get my pan going. Alright, and now for our eggs. Now that they're scrambled up, I'm going to take and add a little bit of xanthan gum in it. Not much, just a little sprinkle. Just like that. Just a little sprinkle over the top. And I'm going to mix this in really good. Make sure it breaks up really good. And that's just going to give our eggs a little bit more, I guess, buoyancy to keep it together. I mean, eggs work really good as a wrap anyway, so making them as a spaghetti, it's going to look really cool. And you just make sure there's no lumps and it's all broken up and in there really good. It'll thicken as it goes, but it's okay. Alright. Alright guys, what I have here is some Kerrygold. What I did is I cut off a tablespoon roughly all the way across. And I did 5 little cuts in it and just made it little cubes. So I can just break off the little cubes and put them in there. Oh, it already stuck together. And that way I can just set it in there for each of the wraps that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be using 1/4 cup for the mixture, just to make the spaghetti. So when this gets heated up, then I'm going to take 1/4 of the mixture, I'm going to put it on there, and then we're just going to fry the eggs just a little bit on each side to where we can make our spaghetti. Alright, now if you guys want to, you guys can add salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic, whatever kind of seasonings you want to make your spaghetti noodles. So that way, gives it a little bit of savoriness, but I figured with the salt, pepper seasonings that I have in there, I might just add a little bit of salt and pepper to this, just to get the eggs a better taste. So I'm roughly going to do about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon. I mean, just like I said, your sausage and everything's going to have enough salt and pepper in it, but hey, ain't nothing ever hurt a little bit of seasonings. So I'm just going to kind of mix that in a little bit. I got my pan already on. It's probably already a little bit too hot because I see it smoking. I've been waiting too long. So I'm going to put these eggs in and I'm going to start making the shells. I did not put anything on but regular egg. You can make them as thick as you want, as thin as you want. I'm going to put that in, put the lid over the top, and we'll get some of these noodles going here. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm just putting it over top, that way it'll take and the steam will reach up through there and it'll cook through the top as well. And then I'll flip it over and then I'll pause this until we're done, and then I'll show you how we're going to make the spaghetti noodles after that, after we get this flipped. So I'll take and get that ready. And it is almost ready to flip. And I just flung it all over me. It wasn't quite ready, but that's okay. And it doesn't matter how thin or thick you want the noodles or the egg, because you're going to be cutting it up into thin slices anyways. Alright, let me get these done. I'll do a couple more and then I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, I made 6 wraps, nice and hot. Now we are going to make our noodles. They're really hot, so I'm just going to do it together because you just take and twirl it up. I'm just going to do them all together. You can do it one by one, however you want. Make the noodles the size that you want. And just cut them. They'll get thicker as they cool. And then I'll show you. And then they're just going to fall apart into your noodles. And then we have spaghetti noodles. So I'm just going to pull these all apart. We're going to keep them together, and now we're going to make our sausage. There we go. And we have our noodles. I'm going to get my paper towel. I can wipe my hands off. Alright, so let me get set up for the gravy, and then I'll bring you right back. Alright, now we're going to take our sausage. I was going to make little meatballs out of it, but I decided not to. I thought it was going to be really cute to do the meatballs and then the gravy, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to fry this up. Get this fried up, and then we'll come back and give you the rest. Alright, now that we have our sausage, I'll move you back so I'm trying to get a good view here. All ready to go. You're not going to drain the grease because you need the grease for the sausage, for the gravy. And I don't like my sausage like super fine, so this is going to be enough for 3 people. Of course, I'm going to add the remainder of my butter, which is the 4 pieces from the tablespoon. Give it a little bit more. And then you're going to add your 2 tablespoons of water, your pepper, and your salt. Kind of mix it in. Okay, then you're going to add your 4 ounces of cream cheese. And you're going to get that cream cheese to melt. Which shouldn't take too long. My cream cheese is already cold. I just brought it out of the refrigerator, so if you have time to heat it up, I probably could heat it up in the microwave, but I didn't. I'm just going to get this to melt. Warm up a little bit, mix it in. probably should have got a smaller spatula. I'm cooking about a medium-high heat. I turned it down to about a medium now. Okay, now's the time if you want to add any garlic or anything to that, you can, to give it a little bit more flavor. And I'm going to add my 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to heat this up to where it comes up to a little bit of a boil. I mean, basically you're making a gravy with it, so it'd be like your spaghetti sauce. And get it some good bubbles in there, and then I'm going to add my xanthan gum to make it thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a smaller spatula. Okay, now that it's come up to a little bit of a boil, you're just going to add your xanthan gum. I'll try about half and get that mixed in. And it says anywhere from a half to 1 full teaspoon. Just depends on how thick you want your gravy. And then you're going to turn your burner off now because you're not going to need any more heat. And if you like your gravy thicker, you can add more xanthan gum. If you like it thinner. And it's going to get thick as it cools as well. And this right here is a perfect gravy consistency for me, and it's getting thick. So I only used a half of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. So now I'm going to bring it off at the heat so that way it doesn't get too thick, because I don't want it too thick. So as you can see, I still have xanthan gum left over. So that's okay. Alright, so now we're going to take our eggs, which are still hot. And remember, like I said, this is enough for 3 to 4 people. Depends on how many eggs you want in there. And I'm going to take my gravy. See if I can do this left-handed. I'm just going to pour over the top. A little bit more. I'm going to sprinkle with some cheese, because I like cheese on mine. Everybody, eggs and cheese. And then I'm going to take a tablespoon of bacon bits and do my bacon bits right on top. And I made a mess. And there is my breakfast spaghetti bowl. So very delicious, very yummy, and very low carb. Let me bring you back up here. Low carb is, let me get the sun out of there. Nope, my hair is just crazy. But very, very yummy, very good, very low carb. Great start to the day. So thank you for joining me, and you guys have a wonderful Cooking Up with Storm day. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of my videos. So you guys have a wonderful Cooking Up a Storm day, and I will see you on the next recipe. Thank you. Have a good night.